Basketball has really consumed my life for a year, so I feel like it'll be good for me to kind of reflect back on everything that's happened. Like, I feel like I didn't even have time to really reflect on my college career because it ended so fast. I feel like taking some time to myself and really enjoying that and reflecting back.
There's no place for it, and we've been professional throughout the whole entire thing, but I've never been called the things that I've been called on social media, and there's no place.
Caitlin Clark has announced she's stepping away from basketball until April, meaning she won't play in any off-season games. That's over 200 days before fans will see her back on the court. Meanwhile, Alyssa Thomas has spoken out about the slurs she says came from Clark's fan base.
Allow me to publicly thank the Indiana Fever for putting up such a great fight tonight and for battling back again and again and again all season long. Let me thank Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell and all the rest for refusing to say die, refusing to lose, fighting back again and again and again, and playing at a much higher level than they should be at this stage and age. Was I ever entertained?
Caitlin Clark was literally tackled to the ground in her last game, and, shocker, no foul was called. Can someone explain how that isn't a foul? Oh wait, never mind, we all know why. Because it was Caitlin Clark.
A lot of things that this group accomplished that, a lot of people probably didn't think was possible, one, to start the season, and two, after the start we had to the season. So, yeah, it'll definitely be probably a little weird for me over the course of the first couple weeks, and then I'm sure I'll get bored and pick up a basketball again. So,
Alyssa Thomas wasn't happy after the game. Even though she played a big role in her team's success, she voiced frustration with how fans treated her during the matchup, specifically calling out Fever fans. But here's the irony. When she was tackled by Angel Reese earlier this season, she stayed silent. Yet when it involves Caitlin, suddenly it's a different story.
We don't want fans that are going to degrade us and call us names. I mean, we already see what's happening in the world and what we have to deal with in that aspect. And, we come to play basketball for our job and it's fun, but we don't want to go to work every day and have social media blown up over things like that. It's uncalled for, and something needs to be done, whether it's, them checking their fans or this league checking. There's no time for it anymore.
Caitlin Clark's decision to rest after her breakout WNBA season could mark a major turning point in both her career and the trajectory of women's basketball. By stepping away from the court for more than 200 days, she's not only giving her body and mind a much-needed reset, but also sending a strong message. Sustainability matters more than constant grind. Instead of following the traditional path of playing overseas or grinding through 3v3 basketball, Clark is choosing longevity. This shift highlights a new era where star athletes in women's sports can prioritize rest, health, and career management without apology. For the Indiana Fever, her absence will be felt deeply. Clark was the engine of their success, logging an almost NBA-level workload with 81 games in just 324 days and racking up 2,850 minutes on the floor. For the WNBA, it raises big questions. Will viewership stall without its biggest draw on the court? Or will her absence create anticipation and make her eventual return an even bigger spectacle? In many ways, this break may prove to be as influential as her on-court heroics, reshaping how athletes, fans, and even the league itself think about player well-being and the future of women's basketball.
Clark now has 761 points, breaking the record once held by Simone Augustus. However, there is a caveat. Augustus set the mark back in 2006 when the WNBA regular season was just 34 games. Clark broke the record in 39 games.
Caitlin Clark's last game wasn't just another matchup. It was a playoff battle with everything on the line. Up against a tough Connecticut Sun squad, the Fever were fighting uphill the entire way. But in true Clark fashion, she rose to the moment. She dropped 25 points and nearly recorded a double-double with 9 assists, showing once again why she's the most talked-about player in the league. For those watching closely, though, her stat line doesn't tell the whole story. Clark could have easily added several more assists to her total. Time and time again, she delivered pinpoint passes that set her teammates up perfectly, only to watch those opportunities slip away with missed layups. This wasn't just bad luck. It was a clear sign of Clark's elite playmaking. She was creating open looks, putting her teammates in the right positions, and making the game easier for everyone around her. Unfortunately, the Fever just couldn't convert, and those missed chances proved costly in a game where every possession mattered.
How I would grade myself, I'm a tough grader. I feel like I had a solid year, but for me, the fun part is I feel like I'm just scratching the surface, and I'm one that's nitpicking every single thing I do. And I know I want to, help this franchise get even better, help my teammates get even better, be better for my teammates. And I know there's a lot of room for me to continue to improve. So that's what excites me the most. I feel like I can continue to get a lot better. And before we know it, I'm sure we'll all be back here.
The pressure in that game wasn't resting on Caitlin Clark alone. The entire Fever squad carried the weight of a season filled with ups and downs. Facing the Connecticut Sun, a team stacked with playoff experience and depth, the challenge was enormous. Still, Clark didn't shy away from the moment. From the opening tip, she played with urgency, driving hard to the basket, taking her shots with confidence, and keeping her team within striking distance. Even against a disciplined, battle-tested opponent, Clark's determination set the tone, giving the Fever their best chance to compete.
We got a lot of players, a lot of these wonderful ladies who bust their tail to make the WNBA what it was. Here's the reality. It wasn't what it is. The quality of basketball may have been up to snuff, and you had somebody as popular as Cheryl Swoops, who had her own signature shoe, had to deal with Nike and all of this other stuff. But the bottom line is, very few people gave a damn.
Caitlin Clark's last game may have ended in disappointment, but her season as a whole was nothing short of remarkable. This was the year she cemented herself as one of the brightest stars and most electrifying players in the WNBA. Whether it was her scoring ability, her court vision, or her knack for delivering in big moments, Clark was undeniably the heart and soul of the Indiana Fever. What makes her season even more impressive is the level of competition she faced. Every single team came in with the same game plan: stop Caitlin Clark. Defenses were designed specifically to slow her down, and opposing coaches made constant adjustments to limit her influence. Yet, night after night, she found ways to rise above it, consistently producing at an elite level despite the pressure. Her rookie campaign wasn't just a personal breakthrough, it was a statement. Clark proved she can not only handle the spotlight but thrive in it, setting the stage for an even bigger impact in the seasons to come.
Well, that was a lot of fun watching Caitlin Clark's rookie season, which is now over. The Indiana Fever knocked out of the postseason by the Connecticut Sun in a 2-game sweep. And so we got to see the carryover from Iowa transition to the pro game, her ability to help develop a team's cohesion and chemistry. And we saw that work so well as the season went on. Clearly brought like a magnet phenomenal attention to the league, bringing new fans, a committed fan base, not just in her home arena, but bringing fans to away arenas and packing the houses and increasing different venues from smaller to larger because of their presence. It's been